KOTO restaurant on the busy tourist trail in Hanoi is popular with locals and visitors alike. KOTO is an acronym for No One Teach One, a training organisation for street kids set up by an Australian-born Vietnamese, Phan.
So we're doing shallow and wok frying today.
He's now helped by other Australian volunteers like Hancock and Ruth Byham.
Please start your meal.
For Jimmy, it's more than a brainchild, it's a dream.
And the best part about this KOTO, which is No One Teach One, is they're able to help other kids as well. Yeah.
On a trip to his birthplace in Ho Chi Minh City over a decade ago, Phan first encountered street kids.
It disturbed me, it shocked me as well. I think we see poverty in Australia, but not to this extent. This is that there's no welfare systems here. The kids have gone living from hand to mouth. They have no family.
He was working as a tour guide for a tourism company.
Okay. Basically spend the next 3.5 years traveling around Asia, feeding and clothing and educating kids everywhere I go with the money that I earn from tourism.
Excuse me, madam. Thank you.
His ultimate solution was creating a hospitality training centre, providing work and life skills, a pathway out of poverty.
There's the kids that have no one in their life to come in with very low self-esteem, and they don't care pretty much about life itself. So it's not just a vocational training.
I worked here at the restaurant 3 years, then I moved to training center. And my mom passed away when I was 9. She was ran over by a big truck. And then my father also died after a few years, so I am orphan.
You go through that emotional roller coaster with them, and you feel sad for them because you wish that you can carry that burden with them, but sometimes you don't because they have to be willing to open up to you, and that takes time as well. Sorry. 2 years ago, they don't even know what a can opener is or what a pasta is and things like that. I've never had that contact with foreigner, and all of a sudden they're doing this amazing job of servicing about 200 to 300 people a day here, and so yeah, it's an incredible effort from their part. Our kids are all placed in hospitality job, and we have a 100% job placement. And kids that 2 years prior to coming into this program are shining shoes or selling postcards or been trafficked or been abused are now working at the Intercontinental or the Moving Peak or the Sofitel.
Phan is a very special person. You don't meet many people that have a presence like his, in that he can express ideas that makes the person he's talking to feel special, makes them feel like they have a hope for the future. And it's a real talent that he has, and I hope one day that I can learn from that.
Cameron is in charge of welfare at KOTO's new Ho Chi Minh City Training Centre.
So are you ready to dance hip-hop?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's begin with hip-hop. Although KOTO is a vocational training school, we also want to build the entire life of the trainee, I guess. And also, this particular class is really good for building expression, self-expression.
Cameron is on a 2-year assignment with Australian Volunteers for International Development, a program funded by the Australian government.
And my particular role is in building the support around that formal education, which includes their living environment, organising their accommodation, and helping them to manage their accommodation, build up personal skills.
So you can see why it's really important to season the wok, because it will stick.
Ruth is our very talented kitchen trainer. She is also an ABI volunteer.
We want to keep it moving. And then we're going to add our bok choy, garlic, and then the last thing is our sauces.
Thì cái này mình sẽ cho sau khi bò gà đó.
I'm doing a Masters in International Development, so I've sort of been aware of looking out for projects that I'd like to work on. I'd heard of KOTO from friends that had been in Vietnam, and I saw this position advertised, and I was like, that's perfect, because there's both of my interests and passions, cooking and the sort of community development side of things. This is definitely the most rewarding thing I've done. I mean, I love cooking and, just the cooking, producing food, that's obviously rewarding, but just the people element here, and that, you're helping to change the course of people's lives, so that's, it's great.
We have over 400 alumni now. Kids that graduated will become positive role models for those kids that are now here. And the older class are teaching the newer class, and the newer class are teaching the kids that don't know anything. And this whole No One Teach One, the wider impact, I guess, is that here you have 400 kids that we say technically we helped, but they in turn now helping their siblings, their family, their relatives, their neighbors, all that kind of stuff. And we multiplied that on average about 3 times. So in fact, KOTO is helping 1,200 people and potentially more in the future.